I'm from a band called Easy Friend, and
I'm Kimi, and I'm in like 1,000 bands, but I guess my main band would be Draemings.
nice. And we're gonna cook some food for you today, and today it's Kimi's choice. I like to give the choice to whoever's on it, because then it has the passion and the fire, you know? So,
yeah.
What are we cooking today?
We're gonna make a Quinoa Bowl.
Okay, nice.
This is like my main food that I eat because it changes every time. I just you basically make quinoa and then you throw whatever you have in it.
Nice,
in
whatever
your
leftovers and things like that.
And
nice.
I'm really into not wasting food, and I'm really into not using plastic, so a lot of my stuff comes from bulk bins or a farmer's market.
Nice.
Where I'm not getting anything wrapped in plastic.
Yeah, bulk bins are always cheaper too.
It's much cheaper for me to live this way than it ever was when I was getting packaged stuff, because I also don't get things in the middle of the aisle, so I get nothing that's prepackaged.
It's easier to shop. You just
and healthier.
Go in the ring.
Yeah, cheaper,
exactly.
healthier, cooler. So whenever I make quinoa or rice, I always use broth because it gives it a flavor and it's not just boring. The 2 cups of miso, 2 cups of quinoa, so I'm gonna do 4 cups. Actually, I do 3.5 cups of water. So it really helps me to just also for my. You can just go and you can just cut it, which is what I just did. So this should be enough for potatoes. I just try to spread these out so that way we can cook them and flip them once they're brown on one side. Because I like basically everything to be kind of burned. $20. Now, while that is going on, I'm gonna make hummus as our protein. So I already have a couple cloves of garlic that I peeled here. I can peel it fresh. Recipe usually calls for 1 or 2, and I'm 5. I always start it off by grinding the garlic, because that way I don't end up with weird chunks of garlic.
Nice.
So much easier than chopping it. Then I just pour in tahini. I love tahini. It's my boyfriend, and they have their birthdays are 2 days apart, and they are so similar. Tahini on everything and eating it. I love tahini. I'm not really I'm gonna eat it by itself. Just put that grind. Salt, really. I have and have. So I'm gonna add 1 in. Add too much salt is really hard.
Flavor enhancer.
Really hard to come back from adding too much salt to salad. And then she cut her finger.
Do you know the knuckle trick?
No, what's the knuckle trick?
You put instead of using your tips of your fingers, you use the
like this?
Like that, hold the.
And that way your fingers don't get choked.
Well, then you can run the blade, on the face of your fingers.
Interesting.
Just like a chef trick, you you go like that.
Oh wow!
And then
then you don't.
Then you won't cut your tips of your fingers off.
I love that.
And with chef knives, these guys keep their shit super sharp every day, and then you will cut your finger off fast. Bang.
Now we're gonna do some kale, because kale is my life. This is not how you should ever test if something's getting hot, by putting your hand on it. So I'm gonna.
Ooh, you want to know a good trick though? Just dip your finger in your water glass and go.
That's easy. I'm always I'm just gonna burn the tip of my finger for a second. It's fine.
It's okay to do that.
So we're putting it in there without oil. ferment it.
Frying it.
Yeah, so basically we like cook it until it's kind of looks, starting to look a little bright green.
Kale's great too because it just doesn't wilt. I mean, it takes a really lot of dressing, a lot of heat.
Totally.
Yeah.
And a good trick is, because sometimes it obviously wilts when it's in your fridge, but if you cut the ends off like sideways and put it in a glass jar, it'll like reanimate. Same with
Nice.
broccoli stays that way, and celery. So now we're gonna add some sesame oil. Leave it all up and then go chop it.
I was watching this great channel called The Brothers Green, or the Green Brothers, one or the other. And they are they were saying like, what a great way to inspire community by just everybody at the end of the week, like everyone's got leftover stuff they're not gonna eat. And then so let's just like all bring it to the same house, cook up everybody's leftovers.
Yeah.
All into one huge thing. And then we can all just have a party and eat. And then also everybody goes home with like stuff that's already cooked and ready to go.
Yeah, I love that.
So that it won't go bad.
We're basically like done.
It's great that cooking is like a metaphor for life. The closer you get to burnt, the better it gets.
Yeah.
But the line is very thin
Yeah.
of the best flavor you've ever had in burnt.
And burn.
You guys, it's okay to burn your food every once in a while.
Burn your food sometimes. All right,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm gonna actually chop up some cilantro and add it to the quinoa. Now that the quinoa has cooled down a little bit. Okay, so these are pickled things that we're using. This is now also good to go. Okay, so final thing is building the bowls, which is like the fun part.
This is so delicious.
Yay!
And this kind of stuff just gives you power. All those pickles that Kimi's making are naturally fermented, meaning you can make quick pickles with vinegar. If you steam, get vinegar rolling on a boil with spices and stuff, and you throw vegetables in there and then turn the heat off. The vegetables will pickle, but there's no living essence left really.
No, there's no natural ferment.
And so with Kimi's pickles, she only salts and a little bit of sugar maybe sometimes, or not even sugar. There's just salt and water, or even sometimes even just the natural juice. It's not even water.
Yeah, like with the sauerkraut, it's almost completely like the natural water. You just massage it with salt, and then the water comes right out.
Well, don't give all the secrets because we're gonna have
We're gonna do more.
another episode.
Yeah, we'll do all the ferments. You can follow me on my fermenting journey.
Yeah.
It's something I got into like a couple of months ago when I was really depressed and I was like couldn't make music. So I was like, and I randomly followed somebody like on the internet that was like making pickles, and I was like, oh, that seems like super fun. And so then I was like, just started it. I'm like, what else can I pickle? And I had like, I pickled everything that I had in my house, like everything. Some things did not turn out well.
Maybe this is actually a good moment to because I love how you're just a lot of people deal with sad days and they just got a cure for their sad days. Someone's gonna start pickling things on a rainy day and be like, I just need some pickle love. But this is a good moment to. So who are you? Who is Kimi? Where are you from? What do you do?
Well, I'm originally from Germany, and then I moved to Colorado.
Nice.
So, and then since then I've been like all over, and I play music, and I pickle things, and I like cats, and that's basically how I would describe myself.
Alright.
Actually, maybe like I like cats would be like right after the music, and then pickling things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like definitely deal with like mental illness. I get really depressed, and I've been getting really depressed since I was a teenager. And when I was doing lots of drugs, I was super bipolar.
Boom.
I definitely react to like what I put in my body. Like if I'm not sleeping enough, if I'm not eating well, if I'm not exercising, it dips down really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And once it dips down, it's really hard for me to like motivate to do any of those things that lift me up.
Yeah.
I've actually found that taking a little bit of mushrooms helps me.
Nice.
Like, it's something that if I'm ever in a really deep depression, if I just take like the very tiniest bit, it like super lifts me up. It's like it shouldn't be even enough to get me high. It's just like it bounces me enough so I can be like, okay, I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'm gonna like make myself something. I'm gonna take care of myself. Right?
Well, now I love that so now we've got a great title for this video. It's like making Quinoa Bowls and dealing with depression. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I love how, most people try and like put the smile on, especially on cooking shows, goddamn.
Oh my god, yeah.
But it's so nice to talk about something real. I mean,
I totally have wanted to make a cooking show before called Sad Girl Cooking.
we all eat a lot when we're down.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, definitely. I am like, food is my coping mechanism, 100%.
Well, so it's so interesting to listen to someone talk about themselves because most humble humans are not going to say all the great stuff about themselves. Kimi also is an incredible contributor in general to like Los Angeles music scene and to women in general across the world. I think I hope that she lets that story out of who she is and how she became who she is and what she's done in 2 years here in Los Angeles. It's crazy. That she's the amount of opportunities that she's opened up for so many people is just astounding, to say the least. So it was really easy to see a shining light from across the room in her right when Matt and I got here too, which is about 2 years as well.
Yeah.
And
I think I met you guys like right when I started. Well, what Eric is talking about is I started with some friends. I started Play Like a Girl, which is now called Plag Presents, and we basically start off by throwing shows that like highlighted female and non-binary voices. So we're gonna be great. Everyone knows that the mission about this show is to like feel good and not feel shitty. Because we have, as artists, we already have lots of times where we get to feel shitty or deal with stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
From this, like we got to see this community kind of blossom, and now there's not as much of a need in LA, I think, for there to be like gender specific like nights, because it's really normal, equal. It's really normal. Like you go out and most of the bills have at least one or two like bands with women in it.
They're also really
and they're and it's like which is what I've always wanted. I've never wanted to be like one place one above the other. I've just been like, I think it's I just like want to have them on an equal.
I think so importantly in our community, Matt and I do like a lot of booking too for things outside the city too and stuff like that. We were really racking our brain for male acts in the city who are like really good. And I don't want to talk shit right now, but I know they exist. But
all my favorite bands in LA and just happen to
they're
be
they're better.
women.
Yeah,
and it's like
it's just the way it is.
I mean, it is. It's really funny. It's like
since I've known you, you've existed outside. I mean, with definite pushback, but you have existed outside of other people's opportunities, which is so rad. And then you have given those opportunities away, like you're talking about. Like instead of worrying about who's going to overshine you or outshine you, it's like you're just putting people on. It's amazing.
For me, it's like super. With Plag from the get-go, it was really important for it not to be like Plag, Kimi. I've always like tried to keep my face away from it. I've never wanted to be like a spokesperson for it because I feel like I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about like a community at large, and I want it to be about supporting that community. And I think
when you do have a bunch of people involved helping you that are super amazing.
I mean, Katrina is the number one, who is like basically everyone's like free lawyer because
exactly.
She's like the greatest.
Well, I love that. I think that there's plenty more for all of us to learn about Kimi and what she does and where she's going. But I hope how can people who are watching this figure out more about you?
I guess you can go and visit my band's Instagram because I usually am on the stories.
Nice.
So it's Draemings, Draemings. Or you can go, if you wanted to check out more about Plag Presents, plagpresents.com, or Instagram, Facebook, all those, all Plag Presents. So you can check if you're into that part.
Plag. Play like a girl. Plag Presents.
Yeah, and maybe someday I'll start a YouTube channel. I just don't really have cameras other than my phone, but I guess I can.
We'll help.
I mean, I can't.
They'll
keep-
make
I can't,
us a video.
Also, I mean, as great as it is to be able to like have somebody else do the work for you, I can't keep stealing your content. I can't like have pickling with Kimmy on my
You
channel.
can.
I mean, I can, sure. I'll be like just like a slumlord of media.
And I'll be like, I'll just make playlists on my channel. I'll be like, it's fine. I'm just gonna play a list.
Nice, that's great.
That's like that's basically my entire life in a nutshell, right there. Like, it's fine. Go ahead,
Wow.
take what I'm doing. I'm just gonna put on my playlist.
Well, I feel like I want to know more about making sauerkraut, so maybe Kimmy's first video will be sauerkraut and how to really decorate your apartment like a fucking badass. This place is great.
Yeah.
Also, too, just the last little tidbit about this exquisite woman over here. She's incredible at makeup, and not like makeup you would expect. I mean, I'm sure she can do the basic bee stuff as well.
I'm actually awful at basic makeup, but I'm
Oh,
really
nice.
good at like psycho creep glam makeup
Yeah, like
because that's what I practice. Like
performance, exciting goodness. So if you're in a band and you think you want to get a little bit more theatric, or you want to have a little more excitement with your fans, a little more connection, maybe we can scam Kimmy into making like the most alternative makeup tutorial anyone's ever seen. Nice. Yep. Okay. Cool. More witchy brews from this young lady, and more cooking with friends from us to come. I think maybe we've got Starstein coming up from Hydro Kitten,
Yay.
and maybe some Lucy Whitmer.
I feel like I'm really interested in what
What are they gonna make?
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like what you cook is a very big indicator of your personality. I feel
Judging.
like I could see Lucy like baking a pie.
Judgment. We'll see.
Cause she's so cute.
Yeah.
And
What
I
if she
want-
makes like
I-
a fat steak, like just plain?
That would be amazing though. Too. I mean,
Like venison.
just because it'd be like, I love when people surprise me. Surprise me.